What is up guys, Jarv here, back today jumping into Destiny 2. Now in today's video we're taking a look at the Perdition Lost Sector. It's become available today in rotation with exotic boots as the solo reward. So in this video today we're going to look at a solo guide so you can get your hands on some new exotic boots. Now if you do enjoy the video, be sure to leave a rating down below and a comment. That super helps me out here on the channel. And if you are new here and want to keep up to date with all the latest Destiny 2 content, be sure to hit subscribe as well. But without further delay guys, let's jump into the video. Now, since the launch of Beyond Light, Legend and Master Lost sectors have become a very popular activity. In fact, they've become the main source to get new seasonal exotics. Now, upon today's reset, Perdition is the Legend Lost sector of the day, and with that, it's offering a chance of exotic boots for those who are able to complete it solo. Now, to make sure we cover absolutely everything, we're going to take a look at my loadout so we can have a look at the weapons and armor, and more importantly, the mods on that armor that you'll need to easily pull this off. And the first weapon we're going to take a look at is the 7th Seraph Sword. This is a legendary machine gun of Arc Element. It was introduced with Season of the Worthy and thankfully is no longer being sunset. Now the reason we're picking this is there's going to be a lot of arc shields throughout this entire Lost sector. Most of them are harpies. However, with a weapon like this, it is also going to take advantage of the extra damage from Arc 2. It means you can quickly break those shields and those elemental damage explosions can quickly take out a group of adds. Next up we have the Succession Sniper Rifle. You can get this from the Deep Stone Crypt raid. I've got Reconstruction and Vorpal weapon with a backup mag on here, and this has a mod which will break barrier champion shields, and it makes very light work of them, with Vorpal weapon coming in clutch against these barrier champions. And the third and probably most important weapon in this entire loadout is the Lewin. This is a void combat bow, originally back from Season of the Forges. Now the exotic intrinsic trait is called Poison Arrows, and this fires poison arrows on full draw and quick release, and this is perfect as it does tick damage against your combatants, meaning that it can repeatedly stun overload champions, which can be some of the most frustrating champions in the game. Now next up we'll have a look at our armor. So on our helmet here we have Shield Break Charge. This will be excellent for making us become charged with light when breaking a champion shield. On our gauntlets here we have all the mods that we need for our weapons, for our sniper rifle and our bow in order to stun those champions. On our chest piece we have Taken Charge and also Concussive Dampener. This means we can take additional splash damage but also become charged with light by picking up Orbs of Power. Now we have Orpheus Rigs. Now the main reason for equipping these is so we can get as much of our super back if we have to use it, meaning that we have it available more often, and by running Top Tree Tether on our Hunter here it means that we can lock down sections of massive groups of adds with very little effort. Now on our class item here we have two important mods. We have Special Finisher to grant additional ammo on finishing an enemy, but also High Energy Fire, so for those stacks of charge with light we'll be able to use those to deal additional damage against our enemies. So that's a quick overview of our armor and mods, but also the weapons that we're using to pull this off. Let's jump into the Lost sector right now and break down each section of this Lost sector to make this as easy as possible. Now in this opening section you'll have plenty of harpies but also this Hydra too, and by using our machine gun we can quickly defeat those shields. Now using our sniper rifle which has anti-barrier rounds, we can actually over penetrate the shield on this Hydra, meaning we can take it out before it reaches the next area of the Lost sector. You do want to try and take it out in this area as it becomes a hindrance later on in the Lost sector. Now there is one Minotaur, so be sure to use your bow to take that shield off and finish up him and the enemies using your machine gun. With those out of the way we can finish off that Hydra very easily and push forward to spawn the last wave of adds. This last wave will include an overload champion, so you're going to need to clear these out as quickly as you possibly can, and we're going to use the machine gun here to clear out all these harpies, and their shields breaking will help clear out the entire area. Now if you need to, be sure to drop down to take cover. It's very handy for swapping weapons or doing the last minute reload before you encounter the next wave of adds. With that all being done, it now leaves us in a 1v1 against this overload champion. Because of the perk on the Lewin, we can quickly stun it repeatedly over and over again, and by using our sniper rifle and getting those crits we can make little work of this overload champion, clearing this area in little under 90 seconds. With that area all being said and done, we can make our way up the stairs to the penultimate section of this Lost sector. And this area is probably where you'll spend most of your time. There is an overload champion right here. Be sure to clear out some of the adds first though, as they can take you out just as easily as the overload champion can, and there's a lot more of them than there are of you. And once you have cleared this area suitably, then you are in a position to take on the the overload. Be sure to take advantage of the stairs. You can back right up if you need to, but the Monarch makes short work of the overload, stunning him very easily. Once again, we can switch to our sniper rifle and aim for those crits. It should take no more than 3 or 4 to get him very low, and if you are low on special ammo too, you can potentially get very up close and personal and even perform a finisher, which will grant you additional special ammo. And with the overload out of the way, we have a bit more time now to clear out some additional adds once they spawn in from the second wave. As part of this wave though, there are 2 barrier champions, a Minotaur, and Wyverns will appear in a short time too. But once again, use the bow to your advantage and take out groups of adds very easily, once again using the stairs should you need to. Now the Minotaur will push you, so be sure to use the void on the bow to break that shield. Once again, you can do a finisher if you need to, but if you don't, then it's a quick finish and an easy cleanup. Now here we can take on the barrier champion from distance. We got quite lucky very early on, and with some good shots we were able to take it out with very little resistance. Now we have a bit of breathing space right now. Use this time to your advantage. Do a quick sweep around and get any special ammo if there's any lying on the ground. This is now going to be our 2v1 versus the Wyverns. The Wyverns offer more of a challenge than most of the champions in this entire Lost sector and can be quite frustrating to fight. Use the bow to deliver any dot damage to them that you can, but ultimately you're going to need to hit them in the head in order to reveal their belly. If you're able to do this, it should take no more than 2 sniper shots to take them out. Now with the first one out of the way, we have a bit more breathing space once again. The second one will be on the stairs at the far side, meaning we have a bit more distance between us, meaning we can take it out with a bit more safety than the first one. If you can hit your shots once again, it should take no more than 2 or 3 in the belly to take out the final Wyvern in this area. Now with both Wyverns out of the way and 1 barrier champion out of the way, this leaves just goblins and 1 last barrier champion before the final boss room. Take the time that you need and use cover appropriately to take out any goblins that may remain in the area. But once they are all clear, you are now in a 1v1 against the final barrier champion. Once again, you can use the Monarch to deal dot damage, but ultimately it's your sniper rifle that's going to come in clutch here. It can easily break that barrier, and if you can hit your shots, it will take no more than 3 or 4 to the belly to take out that final barrier champion. Now with that area all being clear, we can push up the last set of stairs into the final boss room. We're going to stick here on the right hand side and use the room on our right to our advantage. Be sure to reload your machine gun before you get to the encounter, unlike myself, but we can use it to quickly break these shields and clear all the low tier adds in the area. This will leave us with just a boss, and we need to do as much damage as we can using our sniper rifle. Ideally, you want to do as much damage to whereby it spawns 2 groups of adds. If you're on a hunter like myself, you can use your tether to your advantage here and tether both groups of adds together. This means you can clear them out all very easily, and it will also deal damage to the boss too, meaning you can clear this final room in very little time whatsoever. So there we have it guys, a full breakdown of the weapons and armor, mods and strategy that you need to easily solo the Legend Perdition Lost sectors. If you're after those transversive steps, stompies or even some brand new Doom Marchers, be sure to use the loadout and strats in this video to get your hands on a brand new pair. Now if you have enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a rating down below. That super helps me out here on the channel. And if you're new here and want to keep up to date with all the latest Destiny 2 content, be sure to hit subscribe as well. I'm going to jump back into the game as always guys, but I will catch you all again very soon.